What is Star Citizen? Well, Star Citizen is a first-person adventure MMO where you can do pretty much anything. It's an incredibly detailed game with a very much a simulation aspect to a lot of it. You'll be able to go to multiple solar systems, many planets, and experience so many different rich environments in detail and flavor. You'll also be able to use countless ships for different purposes, of course. There's so many different careers in Star Citizen. You have trading, exploration, salvage, combat, such as bounty hunting and piracy, and many other roles like that, info running. And there's so many different levels to each of these professions in the game that it would be nearly impossible to explain it all in one video. So, you want to get into Star Citizen. Well, the eventual goal for Star Citizen is for your character to have permadeath, to need to eat and sleep. Your character will have a number of lives, you could say, until your character is eventually dead, and then you'll move on to your secondary character where they will inherit a portion of your money, some of your stuff, and some of your reputation to be able to continue moving forwards. So, Star Citizen is very much a very realistic game. Ships will need to be repaired and maintained and looked after. Everything, including weapons down to armor, up to ships, will all suffer from wear and tear and degrade over time. Paint will eventually fade and chip on armor and weapons and everything in the game. Star Citizen is truly a very ambitious project, you could say, but putting that aside, Star Citizen is basically designed to be a living, breathing universe, something you can really get lost in, a game where you can tell stories about, a game where you can take pictures to show to your friends, record footage, hell, even make a YouTube video about it. Star Citizen is a game where you'll be able to really immerse yourself and live a life in this future environment set many hundreds of years from now in the distant future. But on a side note, let's say you get started in the game. It all depends on what you would like to do in the game. You can spend the entire game living on a planet's surface, never having to break orbit to have a decent game experience and a lot of fun. That's how much there is to do in Star Citizen. Star Citizen has a wide range of environments such as large cities that sprawl across the entirety of a planet's surface, down to small surface outposts on a desolate moon in the middle of nowhere. Let's talk professions, so we'll start up with, let's say, trading, and what would that mean for you? Well, with trading it'll involve shipping cargo from A to B, but it won't be as simple as that. There'll be many things to take into account, such as Star Citizen's detailed reputation system. Also, on top of this, you will have to get there on time, and the cargo is a physicalized item. Cargo is very much a real thing in physicalized space within the game. You won't just see a number on a manifest, you'll actually see the items physicalized in the hull of your ship, which means they can be susceptible to damage and other various things. Trading also inherits risks such as running a blockade and maybe accidentally smuggle something into another planet, or something like this, or piracy even. There is many things that will come linked to something as basic as cargo hauling, such as piracy, smuggling, looking after your cargo, your reputation, arriving on time, and this is for something that's fairly simple. Star Citizen also has the capability for players, especially to form large groups, such as organizations, and maybe it might even be just you and a group of friends for cooperative play. Maybe you want to take out a multi-crew ship and go out together as a team, and, you know, go out into the verse and find something to do. Maybe you have a chosen profession, such as mining, or cargo hauling, or something like that, to do it as a group. But not to fear if you're not one for playing with others, you can take out a bunch of NPC crew to come with you on your adventure if you so happen to want to use a multi-crew ship. There are plenty of multi-crew ships and single-seaters in Star Citizen. To name a few would be to say racing is a profession which is non-combat, which will involve you racing around various different tracks in Star Citizen and honing your skills as a dedicated racer, which is a very interesting profession that not many other games will have in something like this. Also, so trading, as I said before, cargo hauling that entails smuggling and other things like this. Piracy, taking cargo from people taking black boxes from ships, and general theft of vehicles and things like this, bounty hunting, searching and destroying those who have broken the law and built bounties upon their heads for committing acts that are criminal in the local system. Or maybe you would like to explore distant worlds and travel far out of the social habitation circle and move into the unknown and colonize faraway worlds. And talking about colonizing faraway worlds, maybe you would like to do just that, building, fabricating small habitation areas that you and your friends could basically use as a base. Or maybe you'd like to build a mining outpost or a trade hub, or maybe just first claim of settling down on a distant world for yourself and maybe your organization. Then there is a ship for that even. The Pioneer, designed to fabricate buildings and surface outposts for you to be able to place down wherever you so choose, as long as you have a claim to that plot of land. Also, aside from that, fuel. There's fuel gathering ships such as the Starfarer and things like that to be able to recover fuel, because everything needs it in the verse. Salvage, such as the Reclaimer, to reclaim ships that have been destroyed or lost. Turn them into scrap metal and claim the good bits for yourself, perhaps. Or maybe you just want to go out there and do whatever the hell you so choose. There is so many different things to do in Star Citizen, like information running, racing, all these sort of things. The options out there are literally limitless. Take a look at the RSI site. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video, and have a look at the sheer volume of ships in there. There's even ships for science, ships for the medical profession, such as the Cutlass Red, which is an ambulance, all the way up to the Hope-class Endeavor, which is a floating hospital where you can perform surgery on other players to help them recover, say, lost limbs, and help their bodies recover to 100% status and get back some of those lives that their character may have lost, and maybe even perform enhancements on people's characters with cybernetic implants and other things like that. And back to science, with the Hope class Endeavor, you can maybe get the other version, which has the giant particle accelerator for overclocking components and things like that. Or maybe you would like to go down the repair tree. And there is so many different ships, such as the Anvil Crucible, that is designed to repair craft and put them back together after they have been damaged in combat or by other various means. The choices are literally limitless, and I recommend you go check it out. Star Citizen is a completely public experience. It's all gonna be basically in one instance is the plan. They want to have it so everybody is in the shared universe. There is no private mode or solo mode for the online universe. It is what it is, and you have to take it as it is and have a lot of fun. The Star Citizen universe is going to be one that is fraught with risk and reward. Things take time. Traveling within your system, say from one planet to another, can take anything between 8 minutes to 10 minutes, and maybe even 20, who knows. It could take a very long period of time depending on where you're traveling between. But not to fear, because you should be able to get out of your seat and do whatever the hell you so choose when you're quantum traveling from one location to the next. You'll be able to, say, go to your pool table if you are on a Polar, say Corvette class capital ship, or if you're on a Pioneer, go and watch some TV in the recreation area. There's so much to do in the meantime when traveling. Star Citizen is a living, breathing world, as I've said before, but in a way that never really has been expressed by a game before. It's an incredibly detailed first-person experience, which is movie-quality detail, and it is frankly quite amazing that they've managed to be able to pull this off. So, what are you waiting for? Go check it out. It's a really, really interesting game. I have a bunch of video series coming up on it. I'm going to be doing a video series on how to start out your Star Citizen account, how to basically register your name and get started, in-depth tutorial on that, how to buy your first package, and everything and beyond. And for beginners out there, because I know there is a fair few of you now returning to the game, and people who are interested in it now after the latest Gamescom, CitizenCon video, and I don't blame you. It was absolutely fantastic. And as a big Star Citizen fan myself, I was blown away and very happy with what I saw. So, I'm going to be doing a video series also on the ship matrix and how it works. Instead of doing it in bite-sized chunks, I've waited so it's all out so I can do it in one video, a one-shot deal. So, you know the drill, Commanders. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.